Everybody, I'm Latrina Patrick with Greater Vision Consulting. Today I am kicking off a segment called Nonprofit Nuggets. This is a segment that I am devoting to share nuggets of information that I think will be helpful to not only nonprofit organizations, but also to individuals who work with nonprofit organizations. This week's nugget was inspired by an experience I had this past week. I spent 2 days out of town with the nonprofit organization that I work with, and it was devoted to a board retreat. And this is where we discussed the plans for the organization for the next 5 years. So it was an intense session for 2 days, but we gained a lot of information. And one of the things that kept coming up in conversation, of course, was fundraising. And one thing that we found to be important and that we covered extensively is the need for the board to have some skin in the game, meaning financial skin in the game, because here's what you need to know. It's very important that when you're going to not only foundations or corporations for funding, but especially as you're seeking individual donors, you need to be able to share with them that not only are you asking them to invest in your organization, but that you are also doing the same thing. It goes a long way to show an individual that you and your board or your governing team has financially committed to the organization. And so let me just tell you, the financial commitment doesn't have to be extravagant. It needs to be appropriate for that particular organization, whatever level you are, but it also just needs to be an amount that as a team and as a unit, the board can agree upon. It can be an investment that you guys do once up front that's pretty significant, or it can be an amount that you agree to do over time, or say every year that you serve on the board. Whatever the amount is, it doesn't matter, but you need to be able to share with your investors and your funders that you have an 100% commitment from the board, which includes financial commitment. The biggest thing is you don't ever want to be in a position where you are asking someone to invest in something that you haven't invested in. And I find this to be very much so the case when I'm dealing with new individuals who are just starting out in a nonprofit organization or just created a nonprofit organization on paper. They have their 501c3 organization, and the only plan they have for funding their organization is to seek grants. So they never even consider their financial investment. They just think that since I'm a nonprofit organization, the purpose of this organization is for other people to fund it, and you don't want to have that mindset. So you need to be mindful that when you're starting a nonprofit organization, it's just like any other business. It's still a business, and you have to bring finances to the table to be able to run that business. And those funding streams need to be diversified because you can't expect grants to fund your program. So I just want you to be mindful that as you are looking for donors or foundations to fund your organization, you need to have also invested financially, and you're able to say that your board has done so as well. I hope that you find that particular nugget helpful. I know that it's substantial information that's going to help you improve your organization and increase the probability of getting funding. So if you have any questions or comments about today's nugget, please feel free to leave either your comments on my YouTube channel, or as always, feel free to send me an email to lpatrick@greatervisionconsulting.com. See you next time.